So now we're doing a video on things that you should be doing when your puppies, just to make sure they're healthy and happy. So here we have a litter of 5 puppies. They're now, what, 12 hours old, right on the money.
14.
We have, no, there's 5 puppies, not 14, damn it.
No, 14 hours.
I know.
14 hours.
14 hours old.
Right. Trying to get dinner.
I'm going to get down here. All right, so successful litter of puppies. We just finished weighing them on a previous video. We weighed them all, wrote down in our book so we can keep track of what's been going on. You can't see the details here, but what their weights are, what day they were weighed. This is her temperature of the mum before she had a C-section. When she had a C-section date, what her progesterone levels were. Okay, so we're keeping records. That's the important part. So now, how do you know that you've got a happy, healthy puppy? Well, if a puppy is quiet, it's probably happy.
Warm and happy.
If you pick a puppy up and it starts squirming around after it's been quiet, it is a happy puppy. And then here's what you can do. If you take a puppy and you take your little finger and you stick it in its mouth.
James got such a big pinky finger.
There it is. It's just sucking away on my finger like there's no tomorrow. And it feels warm and it's moist. Warm and moist. So that is the sign, by the way, folks. If somebody asks me and they call me up and say, I've got a problem with my puppy, is the puppy quiet? Does it feel warm? When you pick it up, does it get squirmy? And does it want to suckle on your finger? Does it feel warm and moist? Those things right there are probably the best piece of information on how you can tell whether your puppy's in good shape. All right, so now here's the next thing. Let's look at these puppies. So
pick it on her.
We want to make sure that this is the place where she was connected to mum through the umbilical cord. And so we want to make sure that that does not look red and angry,
right,
and it's not bulging out, and we have some kind of hernia problem or swollen, right? And if we see that looks clean and happy, then also that's a good sign that things are in good shape.
And when you have a hernia and it's right here where the navel cord is, that's called an umbilical hernia. Umbilical hernia.
Which is not a death nail to the puppy.
Right.
But if it split and the intestines came out, of course, that'd be a terrible day.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So I want to, and I'm finished with that guy yet.
Well, I'll give you another one.
Oh,
You're
okay.
picking
I'm
on
picking
her.
on that one? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Here,
So same thing again.
way.
You see how they're all snuggled up? The moment you pick them up, they kind of start moving around. So just generally look over the puppy. If the puppy starts to scream and you touch one area, you might have a problem.
Scoot over here.
Okay, sorry, thank you. That its butt looks okay, that it's not raw and chapped. If it is, a little bit of neosporin.
Face.
Right? So, just generally the puppy looks healthy, feels solid. Those are all great signs, right? Okay, so now we're going to talk just briefly about 2 things that you might have to do.
You're not keeping him very warm.
I know. So, I have to go bend down here because otherwise you can't see me on the video. Not that you want to see me anyway. Right, so now, let's talk about mum's milk. So, I haven't even checked Bella's milk yet. Yesterday she didn't have any milk. She got a shot of what's called oxytocin, which your vet should always give. And by the way, if you're naturally whelping at home, you should be giving this. It's milk letdown. It's actually a product, it's a hormone that produces contractions in smooth muscles. So it helps with milk letdown and generally making the uterus clamp down and ejecting any muck and flushing her out. But you've got to be careful with this stuff. You can't just start giving oxytocin without understanding how to use it. Otherwise, you absolutely can cause problems. It's a very small amount you give, maybe half a cc. But don't take me on the dosage. Go read about it if we do. All right, so what do we need to have? Well, we need to have, and by the way, all of this stuff's in our puppy care kit. Some digital scales so you can accurately weigh puppies. Good, you just did that. You need to have on hand, comes in our puppy care kit, a baby bottle with a 0 to 3 month old silicone nipple. This is the best thing. It looks huge, but if you compare that to mom's nipples, it's not. And that will get in a puppy's mouth. Don't go buy these little weeny little puppy.
Bella's got bigger nipples than that.
Oh, she does. She looks like Pamela Anderson. So don't go buy these little tiny little pretend stuff that you buy at PetSmart. It's rubbish. Just go to Walmart and buy, or go buy a puppy care kit. It all comes with it. All right. So you need that. That you need to have. Even if mum's got milk, you may still be nursing puppies. A feeding tube. You need to have a feeding tube, a nice skinny one. And this is something that's not expensive, but you'll have a hard time finding that at any of your vets. And you will definitely not find it on the weekend. So will you need it? 50-50 shot, you'll be tube feeding a puppy. But if you are, you have to have this to get it done. And I've got videos that show you exactly how to do this. But those are fundamental pieces of equipment that you absolutely should have. So what else in our puppy care kit? We've got things like, and I should have a kit out here, but we've got forceps, dental floss, Vaseline, stethoscope, a thing to look in their ears, a suction bulb for their nose, a thermometer, iodine pads, alcohol swabs, the scale.
You can use that suction thing down their throat.
Yes,
too.
all of that stuff is in our puppy. Our $99 puppy care kit.
Got scissors in there.
It's got scissors in there.
Nail scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got nail clippers. The proper nail clippers to clip in the nails.
Dental floss. Did you mention
It's got
that?
dental floss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. It's
Everything
all.
you need.
It's everything that you might need, and everything you quite likely would use is in that puppy care kit. And it's not that you can't go buy those stuff. The problem is some of this stuff, like this right here. I mean, good luck finding that. I can tell you, we've been in a situation. That's why we started the puppy care kit, because, you know, over the years we've learned what we need to get, and you got to plan ahead of time. All right, so what a fabulous start. I think that
Today's January 5th.
yeah, January 5th, and you
You're
can call
14
Tami
years
at.
old. Call me at 580-799-1910. Remember, we're going to do the dew claws and send off for their DNA. So we'll know exactly what these babies are.
And then we're just going to slide this down,
And
get a better view of us
then
all.
all James's products that he has, that he showed you, is www.mybreedersupply.com.
Behind us on the table, you can see our large incubator. You just look at the lid of it. That's a large incubator right there, right? And then, you know, people ask me, do you need an incubator? This is our smaller incubator, which is great for
I
French's.
needed it last night because Mama was just not real good on her anesthetic.
Just coming home from the vet for us is almost an hour trip, and in an incubator it plugs into your car cigarette lighter adapter, so it runs your car, or it plugs into your household current. This thing's going to be left on for the next 3 weeks, because there's going to be times that we're going to have mum away from babies. We may take puppies to the vet, whatever. We may have a sick puppy, hopefully we won't. So do you need a puppy incubator? Yeah, if you're going to be serious about this, you do.
Yeah,
You
if you
do.
want to save puppies' lives, you'll
Yeah,
get that incubator.
if you don't have an
And
incubator,
it's a traveling one, remember? And he also has hookups for the UK
Yes.
over there.
yes,
too.
all of our
So,
products are usable anywhere in the world,
yeah,
including
even the whelping
even Webkit, yes.
kit does
So,
too.
I mean, yeah, I know this sounds like an unabashed advertisement for our product, but look, all the things that we
Well, what
use.
are we on here for?
We're on here to.
Besides showing off our babies.
Well, I mean, we're honestly, we're not here to help people. I mean, obviously, you know, there's other things we'd like people to buy our products, but look, all of these products, they have been
they
built.
help you.
Yes, and they're either patented and built by us, or they're products that we don't put anything up that we don't use on a day-to-day basis. If it's junk, we don't have it. We stand behind everything we have, and we're not here just to try to push product. We're here to help you with having a successful litter of puppies. And
And
folks,
people that are just starting out, they're learning. They tell us all the time they're learning so much from the videos. And
if you have
we're
things,
so happy to hear all that.
right?
You know, good news.
If you have feedback, positive
Good
or negative,
news.
put it on the
We
side.
need that.
We're not bashful. And I mean, I get more information sometimes from people I didn't even know about, and I put it back and give it back to people. So again, you know, it's really about good planning, and then if you plan well, hopefully this is the results you have. Look, there's a certain amount of luck involved
Well,
in this.
remember, we've been doing it for, this will be 17 years. Yeah,
Yes,
we've been doing this.
Yes.
With Frenchies alone.
yes.
Before
right.
that, we used to do Labradors
That's
for
right.
about 7 to 8 years.
Yes.
And then we went into the Frenchies.
Yes, right.
They've been fantastic.
So, yeah, look how. So let's tilt it down a little bit here. Look at that, it's almost curled up. I can hear Mama snoring over there. So
yeah,
Mum's not
she
getting.
finally gave up.
So sometimes, yeah. Well, to separate mum, this is another thing. Separating mums from babies, we're not into that at all. Separating mums from babies while you're checking them out, and this is long enough on this video.
That's why our whelping kit's so
That's
fantastic.
right.
Because when you have to run to the store real quick or take a nap, you know Mama's in that cage with her babies, and those babies aren't going anywhere. Mama's not going anywhere. She doesn't want to. She wants to be right there, safe and sound with her babies, because she feels so protected inside that.
There's two ways of doing this. One way is you take mum and babies apart, and you put babies with mum for every 3 hours to nurse for like
Mama
10
thinks
minutes.
it's your job to take care of her babies.
I mean, look, for those of you who've had babies of yourselves, if your spouse had come to you in the recovery room and said, hey, we had a beautiful baby, And then the mother is like, okay, great, where's my baby? Oh, well, by the way, you're just going to see your baby for every 3 hours for about 10 minutes. That wouldn't work for Tami.
No.
And why do you think that would work for any mammal, human or otherwise? Because we're all basically built the same way with similar emotions. I mean, your dogs have dreams. They have good days and bad days. They have people they like and they don't like. They've got puppies that are our favorite puppies and some that aren't. But they are just like us, and they are built to have and look after and give their life for their babies. And when you separate them, I don't think you do them any favors at all, right?
No.
So you have to have a safe environment for the babies. And that's really what we've developed over this last 6-7 years, is this whelping system. And so, you know, the whole concept behind this is that you have a pig rail, so puppies don't get squashed. You put the heat only under the pig rail, so mum is not getting hot, so she's happy to be in there. And the babies migrate to that when they're not nursing, and they are underneath the pig rail in the safest place they can possibly be. I mean, it's we've got a couple of thousand people now, and anybody who's tried it, they say it's fantastic, because it is.
Yeah. Well, it's a labor of love.
It is.
It's so, when you see their little ears wiggling and their little facial expressions that they do when they're tiny, they're just precious as they can be. They're a little gift. I mean, just
They're
beautiful
just
gifts.
snuggled up and happy little puppies.
Yes, they are.
All right, we've prattled on for way too long.
Oh, don't forget, this is Love My Denali's Babies, Blue and Tan, ATA, carries cocoa, carries cream, and a full visual fluffy stud is Love My Denali. And then Mama is Giobella, my Lilac and Tan merle that carries cream, ATA. And these are the beautiful babies that came from them.
So we got blues that carry chocolate with 10 points. We got
Lilac and tans.
Lilac and blue merles.
We got lilac and tans.
Lilac and tans. And that one in the background by Tami's chest is possibly a platinum, but it's certainly a blue covered in cream.
Well, you don't know?
No, well,
We're going
DNA's
to do
tell.
the DNA.
And by the way, the next video is going to be on talking about dew claws and DNA testing and how to go about doing that in some detail this time. So that's to come in another video.
Okay.
And look, we're going to keep doing videos of this as time goes on over this next few weeks, because we want people to see exactly the way that we do things. Not that it's the only way to do it, but certainly what we think has been successful. Well, it's proven to be successful.
Yeah.
All right.
Call me, 580-799-1910 for these beautiful babies.
And that's another point. These babies are going to have new homes. So they are. We may keep one. We haven't decided which yet. And we don't have the full DNA to know exactly what we're talking about. But if you're interested, then give Tami a call.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.